Hi, Daisy here with a new layout for SPIEGELMOM Scraps. Don't forget you can use my code DAISY15 for 15% off of your next purchase in the shop. There will be links down below. And here are some of the sequins that I'm thinking about using. I actually only end up using 2 of them, and I don't end up using any of these papers. So this layout really became kind of a labor of love because I could not decide what direction I wanted to go in. Oh, excuse me. However, I am starting out with these mason jars. It is a set of 3 cut files that come from Confessions of a Paper Addict, as well as those daisies are also cut files from Confessions of a Paper Addict. And I'm going to back the mason jars with this. This is parchment paper that I am using some Distress Oxide ink and coloring in. I'm blending together the, is it Mermaid Lagoon and I don't remember. Blue sketchbook blue, something like that. And I wanted them to be a little transparent because originally I was going to make shaker pockets out of these, and I cut my cut files too thin, so I had to come up with something else. So I saw this on Instagram, this idea of blending together the colors on some vellum, and it was a card maker. And I do apologize, I cannot remember who I saw do this, but I thought it was really cool and it would work really well for the water in the jars. So I'm just gluing them down onto the jars. I did cut the jars out on some Star Dream paper, which is like a pearlescent paper from Cardstock Warehouse. In a light blue color, and now I am trying to decide. I thought I wanted to use that floral, but it ends up being too busy. All of those first papers were from Paige Evans' Wonder collection. Wonder? Yeah, I think. I apologize. My brain is not firing on all cylinders today. But anyway, this is kind of my idea. I had originally had all 3 of the cut files on there, but it was too big. I cut them too big so they wouldn't fit on the layout properly. So I cut off one of the jars, and then these, I just recut the daisies 3 times, one time using a mirror image of it. So here we're going to go down this whole other road. So I pulled out a bunch of my scraps. I pulled out this paper from Dear Lizzie, and it's just a beautiful floral paper. I feel like it has kind of a vintage feel to it, and I wanted to use it as a border around my layout. I did back the like wrapping of the jars with some crepe paper, cute girl paper scrap that I have been hoarding forever because I love that floral print, and I thought it went really well with this floral print as long as they're not right next to each other because they have the same colors. So yeah, I put that down completely crooked, had to pull it off, and then it was still crooked, and I'm like, you know what, nope, we're just leaving it. So then I thought I wanted to go in this direction with this like layered kind of teal color behind my jars, but I feel like it's 2 separate layouts, but I left it in here so you can see my entire process. Now I was thinking I really liked that green check pattern because it looks like it's a tablecloth. So I was thinking, oh, maybe that, but then it doesn't go with these other colors. So what you see here with me layering up all these pieces, and I was too lazy to use my scissors, I'm not gonna lie. But what you see here is me just tearing all of my paper and creating layers. And again, using all scraps and just trying to figure out where these really are going to work. And I love those layers. However, I felt like it was 2 separate layouts. So now I'm coming back. I backed my daisies with some more little scraps of paper. I colored in the stems using some just Crayola markers. I'm going to be using the Skylight and the Winter Wood, as well as these Dottie About Flair badges that are in the shop now. They actually come in a little mini kit with the winter woods sequins, and they're specially designed for this little mini kit, and they're just gorgeous. So I get one of them on there. I do struggle with the flare. I don't know why. I think because they're circles, and I have a love-hate relationship with circles. But I did pull out some of these embellishments. These are from the Fresh Start collection from Paper Star Studio, which is on Etsy. It's a digital collection, and it just went really well with this layout. I love how these daisies turned out. And so now I'm sticking everything down. And again, I went with that green check to make it look like it's a table that it's setting on. And I really liked that. So now I'm just popping up a little bit using the these little tabby pop dots. Really love them. Highly recommend them. Available in the shop for SPIEGELMOM Scraps again. They are fabulous. They have little tabs on them, making peeling off that backing really easy, which is great for people like me who have no fingernails, because that can really be a struggle. And then I'm also using the Big Mama foam tape to back the flare, because flare have a little indent in them. And so, yeah, I just haven't come up with a good way to adhere them to a page. So I just use a little bit of the Big Mama foam adhesive, and it's the right level. I did put some extra glue on there. And so I was having a little problem keeping the foam tape on there because it hadn't set for long enough. But now I'm using the Skylight, which is these light blue, and I am not filling, but I am putting the bubbles in my jar. And I think that these look really good. I'm just using a bunch of the different variety of sequins. I think there's 4 or 5 in here. And so I'm trying to separate them out a little bit, which can sometimes be tricky, but I think I do a pretty good job. I'm just going to finish adding these around. I will have links down below for the SPIEGELMOM Scraps shop as well as the Facebook group. I highly recommend joining the Facebook group. That's where you find out about all the sales and any of the fun things that are going on for a specific month. Also, when the pre-orders become available. A pre-order is when you get all of the sequins that are being released that month for a discount, which is, I believe, a 20% discount. So you aren't able to use my code for those just because you do already get a much larger discount on them. But it's definitely a great value if you are looking to get all of the sequins in a particular month, and they're usually released a few days early. So now I'm just adding the winter wood sequins, and I'm adding some of these beautiful green ones. It's like an emerald green, just really pretty. And then these big, beautiful, I think they're actually clear, but they look white on here. Sequins. I love big sequins. They're like my favorite. I really love these a lot. So just sticking them around. And I haven't added my photo yet. And that was because I couldn't decide which one to use. I end up going with this one with the bumblebee on it just because I felt like the green tied it in. And I could cut it down. That was kind of the bigger thing because I didn't want to cover up a lot of the cut file. So I cut it down to fit into that little space. And then this green polka dot is the other side of that green check paper. So I'm just going to back it with that and then put it at a little bit of an angle over there. And just trying to fit it in there so it's not covering up a lot. I love that little bumblebee photo. I think those are like my favorite photos to take. I need to scrapbook more of them, I think, but yeah. I tend to forget they're there. Now I'm just looking for another layer to go underneath. I thought I needed something yellow. And so I just pulled out this little scrap. And just sticking that down. yeah, then I felt like I needed a little bit more embellishment. Really, I needed a title. So I started digging through looking for possible title selections. I mean, I do have those two little cards that say best life and everyday. But I felt like I needed something else. So I start looking through a couple of my options, and I have this chipboard little tag here from Dear Lizzie, and I stick it down, and then I'm going to end up taking it off. My husband actually comes in and helps me out. I do kind of like it though, now that I'm looking at it, after the fact, but yeah, just I could not find the right thing. I was looking for maybe some stickers or something, and I pull out the Chamel, what is it called? I can't remember. This one. Pals Play? What? I don't know. These thickers, they're foam thickers. And I really liked the word look, because I feel like, you sometimes you got to look around for those things. And my husband liked the daisies, so he wanted a picture of it. And then I pulled out that Everyday Magic, and I thought that went really well. So I do end up going with that. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm working with new, editing software and everything. So it's a little bit of a learning curve. If you have any comments, please leave them down below, but please be nice. And yeah. Oh, so when I pulled up that other sticker, I ripped the paper underneath and you could see it through the letters. So I'm just adding a little patch there to try to blend it in a little bit, because it's going to be behind that word, so you can't really see it. But anyhow, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will, again, have links down below to the SPIEGELMOM Scraps shop. Don't forget you can use my code DAISY15 for 15% off, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.